Can you name one lesson or idea from abroad that's helped you or your colleagues?
I'd highlight the UK's capability reviews that very early on in my time we looked at and then adapted for New Zealand circumstances, and that's become a really important driver through what we call the performance improvement framework to, continuously improve, how we deliver public services.
Hmm. Are there any projects or innovations in your country that might be valuable to your peers overseas?
I think I'd highlight two. One of the quite simple ideas in the Better Public Services program in New Zealand is the need for governments and the public service to prioritise on the things that really matter. And if you do that, you're likely to get much better performance. And we've been doing that in a number of ways. So we've got 10 key results for the public service as a whole, and that's really helped to mobilise attention around a whole range of issues such as reducing reoffending by prisoners, improving immunisation rates, improving the uptake of digital services. So that's been really important as a degree to as a vehicle to prioritise. And the second innovation that I think that we've been adopting over the last couple of years is to take a much more systematic and data-driven approach towards our management of talent and our development of capability in the state sector as a whole.
Hmm. And how can we improve the ways in which senior public officials work with and learn from their peers overseas?
Look, I think there's lots of opportunities for public servants globally to spend time with their counterparts to learn and then take innovation back and adapt it. So, for example, we've just had in the State Services Commission a public servant from Baden-Württemberg in Germany spend 3 months with us understanding our leadership and talent management work. So I think there's a lot of opportunities that we could create globally to make that kind of cross-fertilisation ideas work a lot better. And then I think there's probably more that we can do collectively, particularly environment of, web publishing, social media, are just about telling our stories, about, taking the really great examples of innovation that happen right around the world, and then just making that a lot more accessible for others to sort of think about how they could import some of those ideas. So, I think there's a lot we can do in quite a cheap and easy way.
Hmm. What are the global challenges within your field over the next 5 years?
I think the biggest challenge for us all is for public services to be agile in the face of really significant shocks. And those shocks can be good or bad. They can come from a variety of sources. They can be good in the sense of just picking up the ability for us to deliver services, quite differently, given disruption that's happening in technology. It's about, on the other hand, as public services grappling with the sort of big, economic or geopolitical shocks that are hitting a lot of our countries, whether it's sort of mass movements of people, the ongoing flow-on effects of the global financial crisis. I think, one of the things for public services, we do many things well. Sometimes we're not that agile, and I'd say over the next 5 years, all of us are going to be tested in some way by, some of those shocks, and our ability to kind of respond in a nimble and agile way will in some senses be, one of our critical tests over that period of time.
Mm-hmm. And finally, what is your favourite book and why?
My favourite book is, and this is a really hard question. My most favourite book is probably a book by a British author called Evelyn Waugh, and it's a book called Brideshead Revisited. And it's really a story about, for me, it's about the importance of faith in life. It's the importance of the ability of working through, quite testing times, and the ability, I think, ultimately of having an optimistic view about the ability of humans to overcome those challenges or reconcile themselves with the challenges that life throws at them. And I first read the book when I was probably about 16, and I find myself coming back to it, every few years over the last 30 years or so. So there must be something in that book that really speaks to me about what it means to be human, and that's why it's my favourite book.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. Iain Rennie, thank you very much.